First-person shooters are a massive part of the gaming market. Many of the most popular games in the world are FPS titles. But what if you're an FPS player on a budget? Well, I've got you covered. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Chaos here. Today, we're going to take a look at 10 of the best free-to-play first-person shooters on the market right now in 2024. You let me know in the comments which one you think is the best free FPS game. Drop a like. Make sure you guys ring that bell, turn on those notifications as we climb our way back to 3 million subscribers, and we start off at number 10. Call of Duty Warzone. Might be strange for me to put a Call of Duty game this low on the list, but while Warzone used to be one of my favorite games to play, it has since developed a lot of issues, and they're not really getting fixed with any kind of experience. That said, the game still has a lot of content for a free-to-play title. There's still a lot of fun to be had with a lot of XP grinding and unique Battle Royale experiences to do. Warzone may not be as good as it once was, but still a solid game. And since it's free to play, I think a lot of the negative aspects can be overlooked a bit, at least, since you don't actually have to pay $60 for it. Warzone is hopefully going to get a ton of great updates with Black Ops 6, but still has a ton of great features, and it's very unique compared to other Battle Royale games, especially like Fortnite and PUBG. So give it a shot if you haven't played it in a while, or maybe just keep it on your mind as a bit closer to Black Ops 6, since it's likely going to get a hefty overhaul, maybe even a new map. At number 9, The Finals. This game dropped in late 2023. Certainly been up and down in popularity in terms of player reception, but I think it is one of the most positively viewed PvP games around. The movement and map interactivity of The Finals is a huge part of what makes it so unique. Could also feature up to 4 different teams on the battlefield at once, which gave it a really unique game pace. The amount of content available, it's good for free-to-play games, and it scratches the same itch as classic Call of Duty with that fast-paced gameplay and constant potential for awesome Twitter clips. Now, The Finals has been losing players recently, but it just had some big updates. I think it may actually see a solid resurgence over the next month or two, so give it a download and check it out yourself. Destiny 2. How long has this game been out? Destiny is one of the most influential franchises in gaming. There's a huge update coming that is supposed to be the end of the entire Destiny story up to now. This MMO looter shooter is known for its addictive gameplay, the characters, the addicting raids, a unique PvP mode that means everyone has to do something. The base game's campaign and the multiplayer were made free to play a while back, which did good things to the player counts, did great things for fixing the game's reputation as a whole because the price tag was always one of the most damaging things about Destiny 2. So if you want a game that you can grind like crazy both by yourself and with friends in either PvE or PvP scenarios, it's Destiny 2. There's so much to do in the game, and it's totally free. At number 7, Overwatch 2. It gets a lot of hate for a million different reasons. Despite being one of the most popular shooters in the world, it currently only has an 18% approval rating, giving it the overwhelming negative label. But you know what? I'll take the dislikes for this one. Overwatch 2 is nowhere near as bad as people make it out to be. In fact, it's actually fun. Is it better than Overwatch 1? No. Does it have any actual reason to exist instead of Overwatch 1? Absolutely not. But it's still Overwatch, and the amount of content you get for free is impressive compared to other free-to-play competition. The new business model is a step down from the old one, but I still think the game is fun. Certainly deserving of criticism for the way it's been handled, but yeah. At number 6, Call of Duty Mobile. Warzone may be on the back burner, but COD Mobile is awesome. I mean, it's awesome. It's as awesome as it was when it first came out, possibly even more. It's basically one big greatest hits Call of Duty game featuring weapons, maps, score streaks, everything for you to go nuts with. It's also a good selection of completionist challenges, so if you want to grind like any other Call of Duty game, you can and never spend a cent. The only downside of COD Mobile is the simple fact that it's a mobile game, so there's no official console or PC version. A lot of people don't like playing first-person shooters on mobile. I get it, but I'm pretty sure there's a few ways to get the game up and running on a PC, albeit with some janky mouse and keyboard controls. But yeah, hopefully something like COD Mobile ends up coming to PC and console, but in the meantime, it's definitely worthy of being on this list. Now we crack into the top 5. Apex Legends. I still remember when this Battle Royale came out. EA and Respawn Entertainment decided to shadow drop it at the beginning of 2009, and it has since proven itself one of the most successful long-term PvP games of all time. It blended aspects of Titanfall, Overwatch, Fortnite, created a truly unique Battle Royale that has seen tons of changes and tweaks over the years, but has never not been in the top 10 most popular games on every platform. EA and Respawn are constantly adding new stuff to Apex, and there was recently a massive overhaul of the armor system that made the gameplay much better than it was before. The current season of Ranked is a ton of fun. There's tweaks everywhere. It's in a good place right now. It's definitely one of the best Battle Royale games on the market, and it's free. At number 4, Valorant. Riot Games only seems to make bangers, and while they haven't released a ton of games over their career, you have to respect the consistency. League of Legends, all-time greatest multiplayer game. Valorant, Counter-Strike competitor, right? Still very popular and super fun. There's a lot of shade thrown at Valorant for being a technically inferior version of Counter-Strike, but I don't think it's a bad game. It's doing something totally different from Counter-Strike, and if you prefer CS, that's cool. But Valorant has a lot of unique attributes, and there's a reason why it's remained extremely popular around the world despite the constant shade being thrown at it. So give it a try if you like Counter-Strike or the concept, but you want to see what it would be like if it had a baby with Overwatch. At number 3, XDefiant. While Call of Duty may have lots of free content available through Warzone, none of it is classic 6v6 multiplayer. But if you want that old school vibe, that old school Call of Duty arcade shooter fun, XDefiant. The 6v6 shooter has a ton of classic COD game modes, more are even coming. Classic COD create a class system, levels to grind, weapons to grind, no skill-based matchmaking. It feels like old Call of Duty on the 360. In just a few seconds of waiting to find a match, you'll never know who you'll be up against, and you have a ton of stuff to do as you run around and shoot people to your little heart's content like it's 2012. It is a good arcade shooter. I can't wait to see what Black Ops 6 and XDefiant as a showdown ends up looking like later this year. At number 2, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, Team Fortress 2. I love seeing TF2 stick around so long, and even in the slower months, it never drops out of the Steam Top 20, which is impressive for a game that's this old. Team Fortress 2 dropped in 2007. Many see it as the first hero shooter ever made, as it had very obvious influence on other games. Overwatch, Paladins, XDefiant, and so many more. TF2 defined the class-based objective shooter formula, and it also comes with an awesome art style and memorable characters that gave it a ton of extra personality and helped the graphics age like wine. I mean, maybe not like wine, but the game looks good for being 17 years old. And since it's free to play, there's no reason not to give it a download. You can run this game on basically any computer, so there's no reason to not try it if you've never played it. If you have played it, there's never a bad time to get right back in. And at number 1 today, no shocker, Counter-Strike 2. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. People may talk crap on Valve for not releasing mini games anymore, but to their credit, they have 2 of the best FPS games on the entire market. Both of them have been virtually untouched for close to 2 decades. Counter-Strike first debuted as a mod for the original Half-Life before getting its own standalone release, a game that is known as Counter-Strike 1.6. Since then, a few different versions of Counter-Strike have been released, but the gameplay has remained virtually unchanged for over 20 years. And the current version, Counter-Strike 2, has to be the best free FPS game on the market right now. Content, community. There is so much more right now for the taking, so download it. See for yourself if you haven't, which I'm sure you already have. I mean, the gameplay formula has remained untouched for 20 years. Why is that? Because it's great, and you don't mess with things that are great. There you have it. Let me know one free FPS game that I failed to mention today, and I'll see you guys soon.